Hello, my lovelies. So welcome back. This is our cozy and realistic no mod series where we play as General of the Minutemen, working to make the Commonwealth safer one settlement at a time. And today is part 3 of our build here at Egret Tours Marina. Excellent news, just to start us off, is Preston is no longer cursed, but now I don't know where he is. Preston? Gosh, you know, I say that. Can you imagine if he's cursed again and has completely disappeared? Oh well, we can get started. I'm trying to remember what we did last time. I think it was work in here on the gallery, and then we started to repair the floor upstairs. This just looks so good. This is so cool. I do realize that the slot machine, you can't assign people to it. Just different settlers will come use it at different points. But I don't mind that. I think it's kind of lovely to have a spot for them to sit and work. And then our artist in residence, who can still be our artist in residence, we can like put her actually assigned to be on farming or something. Hey, you know, a lot of artists have day jobs to pay the bills. Doesn't make them any less artists. It's nice not to have even though that's kind of a depressing thought. There he is. There's our man. Look at him, arms down and everything. Not cursed at all. Somebody also had an idea for the gallery that I really loved because I was trying to figure out what to do with this spot here of doing like a still life table and putting some fruit in it. And that's truly, truly lovely. So maybe we put some more tables and stuff in here. And I do want to work on repairing the upstairs a little more. We were having trouble with that, but I would love to start us off strong with something like setting up a still life table because it's just such a good idea. And I wonder if I'm thinking like this is like a fancy table to sort of refer to just because it's cute. Although, is this what we're already using for the cafe tables? I think it might be. This could also work because it's just, you know, smaller and might help differentiate that space a little more. And you'll know how much I love using little furniture pieces to differentiate spaces. Hi, I forget what I assigned you to. I think you haven't been assigned technically yet, but I wanted to make you our clothing shop owner because I do want to do a clothing shop. I know she's assigned to farming right now, but that won't be true in a second. This is our artist in residence who I think we can assign to farming technically because that'll free up somebody else. Do we need more lights in here? It does feel kind of dark.
You gotta try this slot machine.
But I don't want to put more lights up here until we finish repairing that floor. So let's focus on tables. Do we have a bowl? I'm realizing maybe not. Do we have any furniture that looks like a bowl? We do have now the Brahmin feed trough variant from Nuka World, which is lovely. It would be so good as like a window box. Although I will admit, Brahmin do come eat out of it, so that does kind of make it more silly when we're using it for something else. But if you don't mind that, it is a wonderful little piece. Let's look at miscellaneous. Oh, you know what? This could be it. I might not even need the little table because this, I know it's an ashtray, but we could fill it up with fruit. Oh, that's lovely. I guess we could do cat bowl on top of the table. Can I not put it on top of the table? We might pillar glitch it on top of the table. Let me put it out here. Anything else here look like it could be a fruit bowl? Honestly, the plant pot would be perfect, but they all have plants in them. You know, the other thing I've seen people doing as a glitch recently is having plant pots kind of raised up. Like if we do it here, we could use the wires to sort of make it look like it's hanging, and it's actually really great. I want to put that there to remind us that we might want to try doing that. Is there another bowl that's maybe a little bigger than the cat bowl? The cat bowl will work. There's the cauldron, but that looks kind of out of place. There is the fish basket, which I do like sometimes filling up with other stuff on top of the fish and then pretending there's no fish. We've done that before to be like a basket of toys, which I enjoyed. But unfortunately, the fish are very visible. It is a hard thing to swallow that it's full of fish. Oh, this ashtray just seems to be newer. Let's gather all of our stuff out here. You come here. Everybody's hanging out now. This guy should be our farmer. Put him in the farmhand clothes to denote that. I thought we had a dog bowl or something. What about Nuka World? You know what could be cute too is maybe in the artist studio some of these are like being worked on. They're just neat. Ooh. The shrub cutout does seem like something that's being painted. You know? What else do we have? I kind of like this. As like an artist piece. It's like a sculpture. Putting that down. I'm gonna regret filling up our size limit with silly things, but I don't know. There's something about that. Tell me if you disagree. That just feels like it goes here with all the paint and the colors and the brushes. It's cool. Okay. Yeah, this one looks a little too clean. And I'm not really liking the fish basket as an option for a still life collection. What is this, Wakakami? Wow. Those posters are nice. It's always good to know what we have. Hay bale. This is neat. I wonder if things actually like hitch to it, but it is very neat as a railing option. And this, again, like imagine it kind of pillar glitched, a little raised here and then filled with plants. That's an adorable window box. But again, it does mean that the Brahmin will attach to it. We do have a cash register. Is that cute? Oh, I do like that. I do like that, actually.
I just can't lose.
Scooch you over here. And let's actually come out of workshop mode, because some of these things would be cute on the edge of the table here, but we're just not able to place them directly. There we go. Now this area can be like the checkout. There we go. That's lovely. Alright, what do we think? Cat bowl too small or cat bowl appropriate? Because I do like the table. I think it's cat bowl for me. So let's go into structures, warehouse. I wish I had like a hotkey for getting pillars out because we use them so much. Same with then we come into power, then we come into conduit, then we come here. You know, I don't use the electricity pieces as often as I could, and some of these are so neat. Like all these pipes. Somebody had commented what a neat idea it would be to do pipes to like bring up the water to the farmland. And that's just, it's so clever. It would involve a lot of pillar glitching, but we could use the conduits to be pipes to sort of lay out a route to come over here and then put our farmland here, so it's like the water is irrigating the land. That's just so beautifully clever. All right, let's grab this cat bowl and see if we can't place it right on the little still life
You
table
gotta
we've
try
set up
this,
for
slot
ourselves.
machine. It's the best.
Oh, that's actually perfect. Yeah, that's darling. Let's, instead of storing this, because I just keep using these pieces and have to keep going looking for them, I'm just gonna put them outside. There we go. That's so cute. Is there lighting? Again, I don't really want to mess with the upstairs yet. I know I might want more lighting on top of this. But let's check out our junk, because fruit would be so good as like a still life thing. There could be some other stuff too. I don't know what I think of when I think of a still life. I guess flower. I did take an art class last year and we did have to do some still lifes, but we each were able to like bring in an object and then we had to paint all the objects on the table together. It was neat. I learned a lot. Not what I thought I would learn, but a lot. Is melon good or is melon like too big? I guess we'll see when we compare it to the other items. Fern flower. This other food I feel like could go like behind the checkout, especially the shelf stable items. It could be like a grab it. Ooh, tarberry would be really good. Okay, now what's small enough to go in the cat food bowl? I think the tarberry would be perfect. Yeah, because the The nice part of a still life is that you're getting all the variety in color and texture and value, and the tarberry just went right to the floor. Come back. Maybe the cat bowl is too small, but I don't think the ashtray really was that much bigger.
You gotta try the slot machine. It's the best.
I know, you love the slot machine. Range. People are gonna knock this over. I actually like the flowers a lot more than I like any of the produce we put down. There's not like a vase. Is there? Maybe we don't even need the cat bowl at all. I kind of don't mind this just being... Wait, there are vases, aren't there? Hold on. Let's put the produce away. Let's store the cat bowl. I liked where we were going with that, but I think I'm going a different way. Because we have vases. I'm sure we have vases that have flowers in them already. But do we have empty vases? Yeah. What do these look like? Just gonna drop some options, including a pitcher. Those are also white.
Yes, I win again.
Well, oh, it will go there. That could be cool with the flowers in it, right? Let's move these out of the way. Yeah, sorry.
I just can't lose.
Because I do really like the idea of putting them in a pitcher. But there's also this one. Oh, I like that. This one might be easier to fit things in because it's a little bigger. This one I just don't like the shape of as much. So let's compare the bigger one to the smaller one. I think I like the smaller one. Oh, no, I don't want to scrap it. This could be useful to us later. The glass flared vase. And then if we can put some flowers inside it, but I'm assuming most are just going to go next to it. Can I place this in the vase? How far away am I from that happening? Oh! I should have known that was going to happen. That is okay. We have as many attempts as we want here. We have nothing to lose. Like, does that seem... I wonder if the inside of the vase texture is hollow, like we would be able to place it in there, or if it wouldn't let things fall inside of it. Oh. Yeah, see, that doesn't seem super promising. But we do have the option of the other vase and the glass pitcher. I bet you didn't expect when you clicked on a Fallout 4 video for it to be all about flower arranging. Huh. Preston? Yeah, I can't tell. Oh. I can't tell if I'm doing this wrong or if this isn't possible. We got so lucky with the test tubes. Yeah, see that? The collision. Not gonna let us put it in. Okay, so what was our other option? Our other option was the larger vase, or we could put down a vase that already has some flowers in it and then just position the other flowers around the rest of it. You know? We could do a bud vase.
Got your reasons.
We have so many
That
options.
just looks like junk to me.
Oh, see, I love the design on that one. Yeah, I like the bud vase best of options with flowers in them. But I really want to know if we can put flowers in anything.
You gotta try this slot machine. It's the best.
It's the best. They love the slot machine. That's great. All right, can you go inside the picture?
Can't lose.
Ooh, so close. This is so difficult. This is so tedious. Oh, that wasn't close. Let's try 2 more times. And if we can't get it in 2 more times, we will just use the bud vase. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe things can't go inside. I guess it's not like a hollow object like I thought it was. I did say 2 more times, so let's just try with the aster flower. Dang, that would have been so cool. Yeah, that's not hollow. Well, good to know. Okay. So instead, we'll just arrange our still life around this vase as elegantly as we can. Which will still be pretty dang elegant. The different flower textures are beautiful. And I'm pleased by the variety that we have with them. Oh, did that stay? I was a little worried about that one. Oh, I didn't mean to pick it up. What was that? Our aster? Oh, let's just grab that again because I really liked the way it looked. There we go. Easy peasy. I just wanted it not so close to the edge. There! Oh, that's lovely. His little still life table. Oh my gosh! Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's wonderful. And now in this corner, we can definitely do another table and chairs for them to actually sit at. So this is where we can grab that. The lovely antique looking. Yeah. Although, do we want a rug? No, it's probably easier to clean up spills in a coffee house if you don't have a rug. And what chairs do we do over here? Just the nice dining chairs? That is nice. But I do always like variety. Although I do think the dining chairs are the best. I like the rolly chairs. But not for this. Oh, I scrolled right past it. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. There we go. These are for our patrons who aren't here for the art, but are here for the coffee. This is so cute. Let's do another painting behind the table. What painting don't we have? We have landscape, sailboat, water lilies, lighthouse, more landscapes, more sailboats. Have we used? Yes, that one exists over there. I want one that goes with the vibe, but hasn't been used yet. Like this. This hasn't been used yet, right? Oh, and it's so nice. Oh, look at that. That's just lovely. Oh, delightful. This is such a good, like, coffee shop. And then if we have a smaller one, could it go on this wall? Like, exactly this is what I'm thinking. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. We haven't used this one yet. It's important to me that they're unique textures. That's so nice. And I don't know what's back here. It could be a painting that was being worked on and maybe for whatever reason is now just back in storage. If I can get this sort of on the ground to look like maybe it's being stored back here because it's not being worked on anymore. This might be an easier, I don't want to say easy, but easier thing to do with a pillar. Because we just need it like right on the ground. I love when we have settlements that have walls like this that aren't grabbable because it makes it so much easier to set up pillar glitches for things like paintings. Why are you not close enough to grab? Well, we might have to do our conduit thing. And that's okay, that's why I left them out. Right? Oh, it's like in the floor. I'll just sink a little bit. Grab the pillar and the conduit just for reach. There we go. Oh, that didn't grab both. There we go. I knew we'd get there, because now this... Yeah. I can't sink it, but that's okay, because really I just want it to look like it's on the floor, maybe been kind of forgotten about. Maybe our artist in residence was working on a new style and then kind of moved away from it. Let's put this back outside. We are going to use it again. Oh, that's just delightful. Because you walk in and what you see Oh, hi, Preston. Is our still life table and all the painting supplies. And look, they're watching this lady work. That's delightful. And then back here, it's kind of like, you know, maybe she was working on something else, but just sort of tabled it for a while to continue in a more traditional style. That painting is the same as this painting. I'm going to replace this one. I want them all to be unique. And you know what? The cat painting fits super well, and it did add a different vibe that the other ones did not have. Our artist can explore many different mediums. That's just so delightful. Look at how lively that looks. Okay, so we only have really 4 chairs. Is there anything that could go like on the edge here? I don't know. She's got enough shelf space. We don't have a menu. We could do a menu. This painting, I know it's kind of falling apart. Do we have a version of that painting that isn't destroyed? Is this the same one, just small? Because we could put this here and then scrap this one. Maybe even this comes a little left now to fill in the gap. And then we do the armor display. Not armor wrapped. Weapon racks. You know how much I love using this as a little menu board. And then we can do our
Just can't
letters. Decorations, lettering. We don't have to spell out too much here, just something to give it some flavor text. That's what I was gonna say. C.
You gotta try this. Slot machine, it's the best.
F. How do you spell coffee? Uh-oh. 2 F's, 2 E's, right? Coffee. I think coffee would be like 2 caps. 2 C A P S. That's great. It's more than enough for now. We can come up with other specials later. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Okay, okay. That'll be what we do for the gallery. Let's put some letters out here. Neon ones, because I know we're calling this the gallery. So that's in power. Neon. And I wonder if the Wi-Fi glitch we did inside has enough range, because it's somewhere in here, to connect. I don't know. Do we want it to say the gallery or just gallery? I'm thinking the gallery. T H E G E. How do you spell gallery? Oh, listen to that thunder and rain.
You gotta try this slot machine. It's the
The
best.
gallery. And I know I said we would elevate this, but I don't want to block the
I
sign.
just can't lose.
So I almost feel like maybe we just leave it on the ground. Are there more plants with a higher elevation? Oh, that's good. That's good as like a framing. Would the feature... I know I said that the Brahmin like food thing would be weird because it would attract the Brahmin to stand next to it. But I just want to see how it would look here on the floor. Wait, is it in decorations? No, I don't think so. Or it is, but it's in dry rock. Gulch. Oh, you see what I mean? With plants coming out of it? Ah, that's cool. But I don't want the Brahmin. to get attached to it. What's that? A wall shelf on the other side? That's just so good. Let's put some chairs out here so they can sit comfortably. And then we'll try and repair the upstairs again. I think... Oh, we have a bench over here. Let me just grab this one. I think it feels more intentional. Now in this space, that's still covered, so that's lovely. And then do we want like a lamp, a street lamp, something oil powered here? I think that's just so delightful. Alright, so there's our coffee house gallery style, and then up here we want to do beds, but we need to finish repairing this. We snapped some things in place last time. This is not a thing we've placed. That's a thing the game has placed that we can't move. I have no idea why building here has been more difficult than the other locations that we've repaired. There is definitely something about Egret Tours that's built different. Somebody had suggested that maybe the barn set snaps better when there's collisioning, so I'm just checking if we can snap it to anything existing. I don't think we can. We're really just looking to place... How many more pieces? One here. Maybe a two-piece like this. And then this corner is going to be kind of hard. Well, let's start with these pieces.
It's the best.
I'll move them out of the way. Look at the rain. Doesn't that feel nice? It's been a hard week for me. I don't know about you guys, but this just feels nice to be doing a thing that I love so calmly and cozily.
Yes, I win again.
Get rid of that picture frame. Alright, let's go back to this. We don't really have an approach figured out for how to pillar glitch these things because they've been so weird. I'm just putting this back like we had it. And let's come over here and grab these things. Maybe we try something a little different where we put the conduit junction on top of the piece. I feel like we're doing the definition of insanity thing where we're just trying the same thing over with no reason to believe that we will have better results this time, but why not?
You gotta try the slot machine. It's the best.
I know, you guys love the slot machine. There's something we're glitching into that's not going to work, and we'll obviously try it with, what is it? Garden plot to mock some dirt up here, which I feel like would be great there. And let's quick save here so we can reload from this if we place it and we hate it and want to try again, because that's always a possibility. I'm just checking the pillar glitch is working as expected. We can sink this thing underground through the floor. It stays green, no problem. But there's something about up here that it doesn't like doing that. Oh. But hey, we got Preston uncursed, so maybe we'll get lucky in a few more ways. And if it sticks out, that's not the end of the world here. If the worst case scenario is just that it's less smooth, that's not a bad worst case scenario. And that might be where we end up. But there's just something about either this rubble that it doesn't like. Because here, we're fine. We are good here. It loves this. Wait, that's really interesting. This side of the floor, it's totally fine with intersecting. We're doing some debugging. This is real-time logic. This it's okay with too. So that's interesting. But then as soon as we get over here to the right, it says,
Just can't lose.
Is there something downstairs that I've maybe already placed on the ceiling that it's intersecting with that it doesn't like? really just trying to explore and see what it's complaining
You gotta
about, because
try
this is
this.
interesting to
Slot
me
machine, it's the
when
best.
bugs are inconsistent. This is the software engineer part of my brain. This is how I debug. This is my day job. It's just breaking things in different ways.
Haha! I win again.
Do we think it's this post thing? It really doesn't like that post thing. Or this dirt pile. I want to try something kind of crazy where I start it over here. Because if I know the pillar's good there, sometimes the collision detection gets worse the farther away it gets from what I'm actually touching. So if we sort of put this back together in this way, but then intend to grab it from the corner, it's at least a new way of trying. And let's add on another conduit junction. Just again, to add a little more distance, because sometimes the game forgets about the collision meshes the farther away you are, which is wrong, but I'm not one to question Bethesda game logic. Let's, before I do that, just another quick save so we can repeat ourselves here. On this cozy rainy day. I hope wherever you are, you're somewhere warm.
Yes, I win again.
So this is where it was playing nicer. Over here in the corner. That does let us get it a little farther down. It's still not perfect. Was I right that this side is generally more tolerated? Yes. But then it still can detect the collision being wrong over here. Alright. Well, that's good to know. It's okay farther down, which is weird. And we're fighting with the stairs again. Alright. Well, it's just not gonna play well with how we like it. And I'd rather not spend too much time trying to sink something that doesn't want to be sunk. So let's let part of the floor be elevated. You know? Let's just put it on top. It definitely won't be the worst architecture in the Commonwealth. They've seen worse, I'm sure. It really does seem so high up. Were we getting any sinking? I don't think we were. So maybe it is just an elevated section of floor. And that's okay. We can walk over it without too much trouble. Wow, was there no sinking that was possible?
Haha! I win again.
I know we won't be able to get it low, and I know I just said I wasn't doing this. But if not into the floor, it would be nice if we could get it just into the dirt pile thing. Just one more time. And then if we just have to place it on top, we just have to place it on top. And let me know how you would solve this, or how you've done Egret Tours before. It is a fun challenge. I like the existing buildings. Excuse me, sir. Okay. Let's grab this whole thing now. Oh. Sink this a little bit for our initial grab. Sometimes we just get lucky.
I just can't lose.
Sometimes we don't. Yeah, that really seems like no depth. I think I need this garden plot to be a little closer. It is sinking slightly. Not by much, but at least through this dirt pile. Because before it had to sit directly on top of the dirt pile. It just won't sink through the floor. So there is something on this part of the floor. Maybe it's these lights. Maybe it's, I mean, we didn't add these lights, did we? No, those were already there. So maybe it's just some of the existing lights have a different collision mesh that prevents us from using that glitch in the same way. Gotta work around what you got. And I've always said that, and the reason I don't want to use mods like Place Everywhere is because I think it's such an interesting challenge to be blocked by the limits of the game like that. Okay. Oh, it's gonna make me just go all the way on top. That is how we had it before. Just playing around again because I can't help myself. This would be great if it could be placed right here. This would be great, but it can't. So we'll place like this instead. And just make sure I'm not all the way through the wall. Wow, I was a lot farther into that wall than I thought I was. Just looking for the sweet spot that's as much intersected as possible, and I think it's right there. Yeah, we're intersecting with this little shack bridge a little bit. We do have a little lip, but it is not the worst thing in the world. Not at all. I love this window. Okay, how did we want to do the wall? Because we do have this gap, and I think we were playing with something with like the barn partial wall like that. Yeah. That could be really good. Oop, now I remember why we did it like that. Let's put down some barn floor just to force this to snap the way we want it to snap. Because I know we want... This is just in the way now. Sorry. One full piece with a roof. And then this is just for placement. But this little doorway piece, I think will cover up the wall nicely. And then did we want a second roof piece? I feel like yes. Just for coverage. How do we feel about that? Let's grab some conduits. Let's do 2 to give us some more room. And I shouldn't have stored that pole, but I did, so we'll grab another one. I'm hoping we'll have a lot more wiggle room with this, because we won't be intersecting with the floor, and I think the floor was the part that it was fighting with. Alright, how's that? It seems flexible. Sorry, I'm jumping it up and down, and it's making it flash a little bit. Okay. Okay, we do need it, like, lower. But if I just zoom out the piece... Yeah, that's not bad at all. That'll be great for making this like a... We just need to get it lower, which we absolutely can do, and it'll intersect with that wall beautifully. That's just what we want. But then how do we want to do... If I zoom out a little more. We probably need 2 more roof pieces, at least, to get this a little closer to covering the whole thing. And then I honestly think maybe we just wall off that weird side with the diagonal. It'll look a little strange, stranger, from the outside. But I don't see a nice way of walling it off. Let's replace this piece with the windowy one. And then we'll do a solid one on this side because we're covering up some stuff that I don't want to be visible from the inside. Can you go there? There we go. Oh, I'm worried this is going to grab our mute fruit plants. Is it? Almost definitely. Oh, maybe not. Alright, I'm just going to sink this into the ground a little bit so we have more flexibility with the post height. Is that too low? Maybe. So to make that go down more, we bring the post up more? Spatial reasoning is difficult. Alright, let's try this. Wow, we're running out of daylight. We've spent a day here.
I win again.
Something is not intersecting correctly. Oh, although we might have to do this piece by piece.
You gotta try this slot machine. It's the best.
Let's leave off the sidewalls for now. It's all about exploring and finding the limits of what can work. Sometimes we're surprised, and I love when we're surprised when something works that we didn't expect to. That's my favorite thing. Alright, we're coming up here again. I would love for the roof to be right at that side. Okay, so maybe it's the roof colliding? That looks so good. Like, it's gonna be so good once we slap this in place. Let's try putting this wall back, but getting rid of these roof pieces for now. We're very good wasteland contractor. This is kind of what you get in the Commonwealth. This is the best you can hope for in the Commonwealth.
Yes, I win again.
Roof on the left is good. Oh yeah, see, now we're getting that green. I knew it was possible. That's a really good repair. We get to keep this window? Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Storing this because I don't want to carry it all the way back outside. This part I know is still weird. I don't really know what to do about that. If we want to make it a door so it can be like an outdoor part, we can do that. It looks like that'll let us.
Yes,
That part's a little weirder. Can we do? We might have to do roofs on top. That's also not the worst thing. Is there a wall that like fits here? Sometimes we can pillar glitch a wall.
You gotta try.
We might not even need to pillar glitch it. Don't clip. Don't do that. It wants to. Like if I just put this here. From this point of view, it's not bad. From that point of view, it is clipping off. That needs something. I don't know what. But as far as repairing the upstairs, that is not a bad start. Let's try and pillar glitch the wall to get it more into a place that we want it. But this is... Oop, Abernathy Farm. Suffer damage. Sorry, Abernathy Farm. We're definitely getting somewhere. And I know it's really dark. Let's place this wall and then maybe sleep for better daylight. We're not even trying to like sink this. We're just trying to kiss it right up against that other wall. Just cut really close so there's no gaps. Excuse me? Like this. And I can't tell how we're doing on this side. That's definitely intersecting. Ooh, that's really close though. That's good. That's tight. That's really good. So this can still be a post. Oh, I really like that. Yeah, this is coming together. It's weird, but it's coming together. I'm trying to think about what could go here. All right, we have wood floors, right? We could do something. This could just go on top. I don't know what it's trying to snap to. You know, like this could, it could just be like that. That's okay.
I win again.
What's this outside bit? Because I wonder if maybe it would be cool to have it intersect in a way. No, that's
You
too
gotta try
big.
this slot machine. It's the best.
Let's just look
I just can't
at
lose.
scaffolding. Because if a corner came out on that side, we could put something on top of it and pretend it was on purpose. Why was one of those green? Oh, because it was small? That's not bad. You don't want to go there, and I understand that. I do. I just want to try pillar glitching too. Or even this piece. I don't know why I feel so compelled to keep trying to fill in that corner. I mean, I do know why. It's because our builds end up being so wonderfully smooth when we put the effort into those extra bits. I don't know where I expect this pillar to sink. But if it could sink like this, that would be pretty cool. So what if I had like a campfire right here? Because the campfire counts as dirt. It's not going to burn down the house. Wait, did I set this up right?
Just can't lose.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna do what I need it to do. I thought the campfire counted as dirt, but it's entirely possible that these other pieces just don't want to play nice. That's interesting. That's interesting. I didn't expect that. It's made a weird shelf outside. This won't snap here, right? If I pick up this wall, am I going to regret it, or will it snap back on? No, that'll snap back on. So if I just place it out of the way for 1 second. And I get this floor. What is it snapping to there? Oh, it is snapping to the thing to its right. There's just always a gap between scaffolding pieces. I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do. Sleep until morning. Go out here until they're into their little hut setup. I'm so sorry. This is still how they're living for now. We've got good things coming for them. They just, you know, good things come to those who wait and are patient through all of the builds. We spent so many episodes at Crook, and I was so pleasantly delighted by how much people enjoyed it. So I'm trying not to be scared of doing these like in-depth builds. It's gonna take a little more time and a little more finesse. These pieces meet in the corner. So I wonder if we could use these to fill in the gap a little bit. But do kind of just what we just did with the pillar in the corner. I would love to just wrap up, I don't mean prefabs. I would love to wrap up the like repairs that we're trying to do, because then we can just focus on story and building. And that is my favorite part. Please don't be lost in the ground. There we go. See, if there was a little notch out there, I don't hate that. We could even put a turret on it, and that would be pretty cool. That went green way sooner than I thought it would. What does that look like? There's a hole, but it's not big. That's pretty cool. Let me drop this downstairs. I don't think the wall is going to go back in place, though. That's the problem now. Oh! Well, I guess it did. Just go downstairs. That's kind of cool. That makes this like another guard post area. Can we make this a proper guard post? This wouldn't fit here, would it? No. Not even with a pillar, right? Just checking. I'm just checking because it's in my nature to.
Just can't lose.
I really love that rigged slot machine. I am realizing though with the slot machine we didn't use like a computer to set it up, so I don't think it's actually
Slot
doing
machine,
anything.
It's the best.
Would this have been possible to glitch like if this wasn't in the way? Hold on. I know I just undid what we did. I know. But what if this was what we filled in the piece with? And we had to move this out of the way. This would be such a cool... Oh, that would be so cool. I have some level of optimism that this could do something cool. Oh, come here. Let's try grabbing it from this side. Is this gonna work? No idea. Not at all. We don't do things because we're sure that they're gonna work. We do things because they might look really cool. sink into the ground. Let's preset it just a little bit and then pull this up. There we go. Oh, I thought that would make it sink better. Maybe it doesn't. We got that cicada sound effect back. Excuse me, sir.
You gotta try this slot
Yeah, it's
machine.
not gonna
the
sink.
best.
I think even with a garden plot.
I just can't lose. I win again.
Hold on. We know we're not, like, taking advantage. Oh, I don't like that that adds barbed wire like that. That was, you know what, that was a lot cooler in my head. What kind of wood do I want to patch this back up with? There's nothing wrong with this or how we're doing it. We're just exploring options. And we'll just put this back how it was. It is frustrating that the functionality here is so different than it was at Croup, because at Croup we ended up being able to put together this just such a beautiful restored finish, and there's something in the floor here that's preventing us from doing the same.
Haha! I win again.
But that is okay. I wonder what this is gonna look like. I mean, it's a solid repair.
Slot machine, it's the best.
And I think we have room for this to go back in place. Yes, we do. I'll take that. That's a lot better than what we started with. I will take that as a great success. We just gotta pop a roof on top of the whole thing. This has been so patchwork. That's okay. Yeah, I don't mind that. We can put a turret there. We can use this to hang plants off of. Maybe we go back to that idea. Maybe we put more railing on top of it and just make it a continuation. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all. That's, you know what? It's better than even don't mind. I think it's lovely the way it's coming together. I do want to set us up to just do more decorating next time, which means finishing the roof repair. So let's do that. Let's do that, and then that sets us up really well to focus on some other stuff next time, because I know we've spent a lot of time just on this repair. I'm just doing some scaffolding for us to get up here. Oops, excuse me. There we go. Because we just need roof now that'll go on top of this.
You gotta try this. Slot machine. It's the best.
Which can just overlap ever so slightly. Should be able to. I guess we don't need to keep using the barn roof for this. There might be a shack. Just a flat shack one. Yeah, that has slightly better collision. I just want to make sure they're not being rained on and the game still counts it as a covered bed and stuff. I was a little off on this side. That's good. It really doesn't want... What am I running into here? We're up on the roof.
I win again.
How does it have problems with the roof? Oh, we're back on the floor now.
I just can't lose.
I know there's a gap. Oh, that's not bad though. I know it's too high, but it's not bad. We might want to, I mean, I know I'm going to regret saying this, but we might want to try to pillar glitch.
You gotta try this.
I think the
Slot
4
machine.
in that
It's
shape
the best.
would be really good. Let's set up 4 and let's just grab it with a pillar. And I'm really hoping that's the last piece of structural pillar glitch we're gonna have to do. Oh, this won't let me put it just on the ground, will it? Well, if we gotta do it with a wall, we'll do it with a wall. I like that it kind of lets light in a little bit, this roof. Am I gonna grab anything that I don't want to grab if I build it out like this? No, we should be good. We'll just use some pillars to sink it low enough to grab just the roof. That didn't work because the post went inside of the wall. Don't go inside of the wall, just be next to it. I need my conduit back, and I think we left one on the floor over here for us. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We're looking out for ourselves. Once we get this whole top floor repaired, I'm gonna feel so much better about stuff here. I've been so anxious about how we're gonna repair it. But I love the boat we did. Looks great. We're gonna do some other stuff out here. And like I said, now that our artist in residence doesn't or can't be assigned to the slot machine, happy accident, maybe we can make her... Oh, it doesn't want to sink now. A farmer, and that frees us up to let somebody else be a guard. Let's get rid of this, because I know we don't want it anyway. Let's do a higher pillar. And then if we have somebody be a guard, we could do like a whole watchtower over the water, because boats would be coming in and out. And I could see, I don't know if there's pirates, but I'm sure piracy could develop. And then it would be really great to have like a lookout. Okay, this, we're getting into the position that I want it to be with the posts that I want to use. Just to be able to get on the roof, plop this whole thing down. Okay, that's looking really good. We're gonna quick save here, because I, again, anticipate this may take a few tries. But maybe this location is haunted. Preston got possessed. Preston got possessed for a whole episode.
You gotta try this. Slot machine. It's the best.
Are we gonna need a garden plot here to do what I want to do? Probably. Can I walk on the top of a wall? Oh, I can. Who knew? Okay, so in a perfect world, we're able to intersect around here.
It's the best.
So let's do a garden plot there. I know I keep trying the garden plot, even though it hasn't been very kind to us. But that's okay. Just one last piece to place. And I still want to know your thoughts for what to do with this like shop refueling thing on the end of that first dock. Because the more I think about it, the more I think comic book shop. Library. I love doing libraries. I'm worried I'm not close enough. Oh no, I am. We're definitely intersecting with the first roof we did. Yeah. I think I just have to come over more this way. I'm whispering so it doesn't hear me and get scared and decide not to work.
I just can't lose.
Okay. If it won't let me like pillar sync it, that's fine. Wow, but it won't let me place it at all. What are you intersecting with? What could you possibly be intersecting with right there?
Haha! I win again.
I'm doing this 2 at a time. Excuse me, everybody. I'm doing repairs on this house. Gotta bring it up to code. There we go. Thank goodness I didn't fall. It's this side, isn't it? There's something weird. Oh, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Because I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight with this part of this when there's more that we could be doing and spending our time on. So let's come in here. Let's grab these roofs again. Let's let them overlap however they feel the need to overlap. Would starting on this side be better? Maybe. It doesn't like that sign. All right. We'll do 1, 2. That tried to snap. 3.
You gotta try this.
Will this go
Slot
anywhere?
machine, it's the best.
It went green. For a second, I know we saw it. Oh boy. Egret Tours Marina will not have the last word on me. I refuse to let it win. It keeps going green, but not staying green. Oh, but a floor. Hey, coverage is coverage. Boards are boards. And that's gonna work for me. Yeah! I know that's a little off. Oh, something snap lower? Yes. Yes, it will. Can I get rid of that piece that's right above it now? Because we don't need it. And I'd love to save the build limit. If we can. That's not bad. That's not bad. You know what? I'm going to stop looking at it. I'm going to call it. Call it for today. That works. If you're not looking at the roof, don't look up. This looks great. This looks great. We can absolutely put beds in here. We have this little outpost cropping for another guard station. This looks great. If I say it enough, I'm going to convince myself that this looks fantastic. And I think that's got to be where we stop for today. Thank you so much for joining me today, the General of the Minutemen, as we work together to make the Commonwealth safer one settlement at a time. I really appreciate you sticking around all the way to the end. This was another video with a ton of repair in it, but I think, fingers crossed, now that we've restored most of that main building, I think we're good to just do some decorating next episode. So I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, let me know in the comments. If you didn't, if you think there's something I could have done better, let me also know in the comments. Your comments are my favorite part of every week. You guys are the best. I'll see you next week. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
I got word of a settlement that needs our help. I'll mark the location on your map.